In the 1970s, before streaming, social media, or even the rise of cable, variety shows ruled the airwaves. They weren't just entertainment, they were cultural events, weekly showcases of comedy, music, fashion, and fearlessness. These trailblazing shows didn't just reflect pop culture, they defined it. Join us as we revisit 10 trailblazing 1970s variety shows that reshaped entertainment and left a legacy still echoing today. 1. The Jeffersons. Well, we're moving on up to the East Side. Few TV intros capture the soul of a show and the era like Moving On Up. Sung with gospel energy by Jeanette Dubois, this theme told the story of triumph, ambition, and the American dream through melody. George and Wheezy Jefferson weren't just moving into a new apartment, they were breaking barriers. And that chorus? It's pure joy. The song became a symbol of black pride and upward mobility in the 70s, resonating far beyond the confines of a sitcom. It was catchy, yes, but it also meant something. Kids sang it in classrooms, parents hummed it in kitchens, and the lyrics were recited like scripture by fans who had never seen that kind of representation on TV. Even today, people instantly recognize the opening piano riff and smile. You hear it and remember everything: the laughs, the attitude, the culture shift. It's been parodied, sampled in hip-hop, and covered by choirs and jazz bands alike. Moving On Up wasn't just a theme song, it was an anthem. And once it gets in your head, there's no getting it out. And truth be told, you wouldn't want to. 2. The Mary Tyler Moore Show. Who can turn the world on with her smile? No intro captured the mood of a cultural moment quite like Love Is All Around. Performed by Sonny Curtis, this theme song was soft-spoken and sincere, yet bursting with hope and defiance. It debuted at the dawn of the decade and dared to suggest that a single woman could not only make it on her own, but thrive. The show broke ground, but the song was the welcoming mat, warm, comforting, and empowering. Every lyric was a quiet revolution, especially for young women watching at home. The image of Mary tossing her hat in the air still defines confidence and self-assurance to this day. The melody is so gentle, you don't even realize how deeply it burrows into your memory until you're humming it years later. It's been used in tribute montages, comedy parodies, and modern-day TV show openings. Even if you've never watched the series, the song feels familiar. That's its power. You're gonna make it after all. 7 simple words that encouraged millions to chase dreams they didn't know they had. This song didn't just introduce a show, it gave a generation permission to believe in themselves. 3. Sanford and Son. You don't need lyrics to make a theme iconic. Quincy Jones' The Street Beater, the instrumental opening to Sanford and Son, is proof of that. Funky, raw, and ridiculously catchy, the theme's signature bass groove and wah-wah guitar instantly conjure images of Red Fox shuffling through a junkyard, mouthing off and making magic. It was a perfect marriage of sound and character, gritty yet soulful, streetwise yet playful. The brilliance lies in how much it says without words. It sets a tone of working-class survival with swagger and a wink. The theme became a cultural staple, frequently sampled by hip-hop artists, featured in comedy sketches, and used as shorthand for a certain kind of nostalgic cool. Decades later, people still hum it in elevators, quote it in sitcom references, or use it in memes. It's more than just a sound. It's a time capsule, instantly transporting you back to the living room with that wood-paneled TV buzzing. Quincy Jones gave the 70s one of its funkiest fingerprints, and this tune still sticks to you like glue. It's not just a theme, it's a vibe, and it never fades. Chum, Laverne and Shirley. Give us any chance, we'll take it. Read us any rule, we'll break it. Few theme songs so perfectly embody the spirit of a show like Making Our Dreams Come True. Sung with heart by Cindy Greco, the theme is pure working-class optimism. It's about 2 blue-collar girls hustling in Milwaukee, living paycheck to paycheck, laughing through struggles, and refusing to let anyone else define their dreams. The song's lyrics are empowering, The melody is contagious, and the mood is endlessly uplifting. And that cold open, Schlemiel, Schlimmazel, Hasenpfeffer Incorporated. It became an instant catchphrase shouted by kids across playgrounds nationwide. The intro became so iconic, it practically functioned as a short film. Two best friends, arm in arm, heading to work, but daring to dream bigger. Even those who never watched a full episode can still sing the theme from memory. It's the ultimate feel-good tune, a reminder that no dream is too silly and no challenge too big when you've got friendship and grit on your side. Today, Making Our Dreams Come True is still played at reunions, tribute shows, and pop culture retrospectives. Itney? Not just a theme song, it's a shot of determination with a tambourine shake. 5. Welcome back, Kotter. Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. This theme song didn't just open a show, it opened hearts. Written and performed by John Sebastian of the Lovin' Spoonful, Welcome Back captured something deeper than comedy. It was about returning home, to your roots, to your people, to yourself. It played over slow shots of Brooklyn streets and kids with big hair and bigger attitudes. And somehow, it made it all feel like family. The song became a chart-topping hit on its own, reaching number 1. One on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1976, almost unheard of for a TV theme. Its soft acoustic strum paired with Sebastian's wistful voice turned every episode into a reunion. Whether you were watching for Mr. Kotter or the antics of the Sweat Hogs, this song invited you in like an old friend at the door. The message was simple. No matter how far you've gone, there's always a place for you back home. Even today, the opening chords make listeners smile, and maybe mist up just a little. It's not just nostalgic, it's comforting, and it still gets stuck in your head, like a memory you don't want to forget. 6. Happy Days. Sunday, Monday, happy days. With just 3 words, you're already singing. Happy Days wasn't just a theme, it was a jukebox of American optimism, a flashback to 50s innocence from a 70s lens. Originally using Rock Around the Clock in its first season, the show later introduced an original theme sung by Pratt and McLean, and boy, did it stick. The song's upbeat tempo, doo-wop harmonies, and simple lyrics made it feel like sunshine on vinyl. It captured everything the show stood for: friendship, family dinners, milkshakes, and of course, the Fonz. It wasn't just catchy, it was comforting. When the theme kicked in, viewers knew they were about to visit a world that felt safe, warm, and wonderfully retro. The song became so iconic, it charted as a standalone hit and was even used in real-world nostalgia ads and events. Ask anyone born before 1985 to finish the line, "Goodbye gray sky, hello blue." They'll know. It's musical time travel. And no matter how much time passes, Happy Days always feels like coming home. 7. The Love Boat. Love, exciting and new. Smooth, sultry, and soaked in disco sunset vibes, the theme to The Love Boat is arguably the most romantic opening of any 70s show. Sung by crooner Jack Jones, it wasn't just an intro, it was a mood. Floating between pop ballad and lounge act, the lyrics promised fantasy, flirtation, and a fresh start every week. Come aboard, we're expecting you. The invitation alone was irresistible. Set to images of smiling passengers boarding a gleaming cruise ship, the song made everyone want to escape their 9-to-5 and sail off into scandalous bliss. It captured the jet-set dreams of an America hooked on glamour, love stories, and Saturday night TV escapism. Even if you didn't watch every episode, you remembered the tune. The theme became bigger than the show, often played at weddings, karaoke nights, and yes, even cruise departures. It was cheeky. It was cheesy. It was unforgettable. And decades later, that love, life's sweetest reward. Line still echoes like ocean waves in pop culture. 8. The Facts of Life. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have. One of the catchiest moral lessons ever set to music, the Facts of Life theme song was more than a jingle. It was a philosophy. Written by Alan Thicke, this tune wrapped up life's contradictions in under a minute. With Charlotte Rae's character guiding the show's young women through personal struggles, the theme served as a melodic preview of what the series was all about: growing up, messing up, and trying again. The chorus was instantly memorable and deceptively deep, reminding viewers that life wasn't always perfect, but it was always worth figuring out. As the girls of Eastland School learned new lessons every week, so did we. The song's lyrics were frequently quoted and even spoofed by other shows, cementing its cultural staying power. Whether you watched it in its original run or caught reruns in the 90s, that chorus still loops in your head long after the episode ends. It's an anthem of awkward years, and it still rings true today. Because really, don't we all need a little reminder of the facts of life? 9. Three's Company. Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. This theme song didn't just invite you in, it flirted with you. Come and Knock on Our Door, performed by Ray Charles and Julia Rinker, was a bubbly, playful tune that hinted at just enough mischief to make you curious. With its breezy melody and suggestive lyrics, it perfectly matched the sitcom's concept: one guy, two girls, one apartment, and a whole lot of misunderstandings. The light, upbeat music made the risque premise feel wholesome, even charming. And those harmonies? Irresistible. The moment the music started, you knew you were about to get 30 minutes of comedic chaos wrapped in Southern California sunshine. The song has lived on in pop culture references, parody sketches, and even commercials. It's the kind of theme that makes you feel welcome the second it starts. No context needed. Decades later, people still smile when they hear that familiar doorbell chime at the start. It's not just catchy, it's iconic sitcom shorthand for let the fun begin. 10. The Rockford Files. No lyrics? No problem. The Rockford Files theme, composed by Mike Post and Pete Carpenter, is one of the most addictive instrumental themes of the decade. It opens with a quirky answering machine message: "This is Jim Rockford, leave your name and message," before jumping into a slick, synth-heavy groove that made you feel like you were already chasing down a clue. With its blend of blues guitar, Moog synthesizer, and jazzy undertones, the theme embodied the laid-back cool of James Garner's Private Eye. It was edgy without being loud, catchy without being pop, and somehow stylish without trying too hard, just like Rockford himself. The theme song even charted on the Billboard Hot 100 and won a Grammy. That's right, a private detective show with a funky instrumental intro became a radio hit. Today, it's still sampled in playlists, film scores, and late-night homage reels. This wasn't just background music, it was the DNA of the show. And once you hear that guitar riff, it's stuck with you, like a good mystery you can't quite solve. 11. WKRP in Cincinnati. Baby, if you've ever wondered, whatever became of me? No one expected a theme song from a goofy radio station sitcom to be this emotional. But WKRP in Cincinnati delivered one of the most hauntingly beautiful openings in television history. Sung like a wistful letter to a lost love, the melody was soft, melancholic, and surprisingly tender. It didn't try to be funny, it tried to be felt. And boy, did it succeed. The song captured the bittersweet ache of change and chasing dreams that don't always go as planned. It stood in contrast to the show's zany antics, grounding the entire series in emotional reality. Many fans assumed it was a full-length single. It wasn't, but the demand was so strong it eventually became one. DJs played it like a real track. Viewers memorized it by heart, and even today, the moment those first notes play, it's like reconnecting with an old friend you didn't know you missed. It's more than a theme. It's a memory wrapped in music. 12. Charlie's Angels. Dramatic narration over orchestral swell. Once upon a time, there were 3 little girls who went to the police academy. Right from that opening line, Charlie's Angels pulled you in with a theme that was more spy thriller than standard TV fluff. The show didn't have a traditional vocal song. Instead, it delivered a cinematic intro that felt like the start of an action movie every single week. Paired with dramatic narration and thrilling visuals of explosions, car chases, and slow-motion hair flips, the orchestral score built anticipation with every beat. It was part James Bond, part fashion show, part feminist revolution. The soundtrack swirled with mystery and danger, perfectly complementing the trio of crime-fighting bombshells. It didn't need lyrics. The music was the story. Even decades later, that intro sequence is instantly recognizable and often mimicked in pop culture tributes and spoofs. The theme stuck with viewers because it didn't treat the audience like passive watchers. It made them feel part of something glamorous, risky, and cool. It wasn't just an opening, it was an invitation to join the mission. 13. Dallas. If drama had a sound, Dallas was it. The theme song opened with a dramatic sweep of strings and horns that practically screamed money, power, betrayal. This wasn't a sitcom melody or a kid's tune, this was the soundtrack of American greed. With aerial shots of oil rigs, glittering skyscrapers, and cowboy hats, the music matched the show's larger-than-life stakes. Every Sunday night, those opening bars warned you secrets would be revealed, alliances broken, and someone was probably getting slapped. The Dallas theme was so cinematic, it could have belonged to a Hollywood epic. And that's exactly how it felt. Even if you didn't watch the show, you knew that song. It's been referenced in everything from political parodies to fashion shows. The theme was bold, unforgettable, and dramatic in all the right ways, just like the Ewing family it introduced. Years later, that galloping tempo and orchestral thunder still play in people's heads like echoes of a dynasty. 14. The Muppet Show. It's time to play the music, it's time to light the lights. Pure joy in under a minute. The opening to The Muppet Show is one of the most instantly recognizable and smile-inducing theme songs of all time. With its playful melody, clever lyrics, and chorus of puppets singing in chaotic harmony, it set the tone for anarchy wrapped in entertainment. It wasn't just for kids, it was for everyone. Adults laughed at the satire, kids danced to the beat, and everyone knew the words by heart. It's time to get things started was more than a lyric. It was a signal that the weirdest, funniest, most wonderfully creative 30 minutes of your week was about to begin. Jim Henson's magic wasn't just visual, it was musical, and this theme was his calling card. The sequence of characters popping in and out, spotlights flashing, and Gonzo's trumpet gag became ritual. And even today, just hearing the first few notes can make anyone from age 6 to 96 break into a smile. It's more than nostalgia. It's Muppet joy on loop. 15. The $6 Million Man. He's alive. We can rebuild him. We have the technology. 15. With those words, TV history was made. The $6 Million Man delivered a theme song that felt like science fiction's heartbeat, mechanical, intense, and oddly thrilling. Rather than a melodic jingle, the intro used narration, sound design, and music to tell a story. Steve Austin, astronaut, survivor, cyborg hero. It was like watching the opening to a blockbuster every week. The slow build of tension, the futuristic bleeps and synths, and that final iconic "we can make him better than he was" made it unforgettable. This was a theme that sounded like the future. It was the future. Viewers didn't just remember it, they mimicked it, quoted it, and made that slow-motion, bionic sound effect every time they jumped off a couch. It became a cultural phenomenon, referenced endlessly in parodies, cartoons, and action shows. And even now, it's a masterclass in storytelling through sound. You don't sing it, you feel it, and it still lingers, like an old transmission beamed in from 1973. From jazzy grooves to orchestral drama and sing-along anthems, These 15 theme songs weren't just intros, they were events. Decades later, they still echo in our minds and hearts. Which one stuck in your head? Let us know in the comments, hit like, and don't forget to subscribe for more retro TV magic. Let me know if you want a thumbnail idea or title variants to go with it.